Hola a todos, espero que estén muy bien. Mi nombre es María and this is today's learning chat. Today we are going to talk about the past. Yes, that past when I used to make videos to help you understand English a little bit more 10 minutes at a time. As a disclaimer, I must say that I am not a teacher, but I've been a tutor for my family and friends in the past, and I just enjoy explaining and learning every time a little bit more about one of my favorite languages in the world. But if I leave something behind, let me know in the comments because we can make a video in the future about that topic. This phase is designed to be quick. It is just a way to dedicate a little bit of your day to the learning of English. So without further ado, let's begin. We can use the simple past tense to talk about something that happened or existed in a time before now. It doesn't matter if that occurred only once or several times, and also it doesn't matter if said events were brief or if they lasted long. What matters is that they're finished, done, completed, finito, no longer. The first and best example we can use, of course, is the verb to be, because we're always going to need to define ourselves in the different tenses. I am a full-time worker. I was a student for a long time. But how would you keep talking about your past? Let's continue. We create the past simple tense when we add ed to most of the verbs. And when that is possible, we call those verbs regular. On the contrary, when we see ourselves in the need of a different word to conjugate that verb in simple past, we call those verbs irregular. Let's take a look at the following example so you see what I'm referring to. Last Saturday afternoon, your nephew played ball with his friends until he listened to his mom's voice call because it was time to go home. Then he walked with her to the bus station. But while they waited, they ate a cone of his favorite ice cream, which of course, mommy bought for his little one just seconds before he met her. What a wonderful time to be a child, huh? In the past example, you see that all of those things happened at a moment in the past, which is Saturday afternoon. We are looking at basic actions. Listen, play, eat. Oh, wait, eat? You said ate, right? It doesn't matter if an action is common or uncommon, the verb may still be irregular. Unfortunately, the only way, as far as I know, to learn which are irregular verbs or not is by memorizing them. Luckily for us, it is easy to find nowadays a list of irregular verbs all over the internet. I'm going to leave some non-affiliate links in the description below. It is very easy to practice how to build the past tense. You can just write a journal entry about the things you did yesterday. You don't have to show it to anybody. It's just for you. And if you want to practice leaving those things in the comment section, the door is open. While you go and get your pen and paper, let's review the second form of past tense. Yes, we are referring to the past continuous tense. And we use this tense to express that there was an action in a specific moment in time, but unlike in the case of the past simple, this action may not have finished. Or at least for this tense, it doesn't matter if that action is completed or not. Said continuity is given by that fact that the action started before the moment we are speaking, but it has not finished. For instance, I was thinking of going for a walk when I finished this English lesson. That idea entered my mind at a point in the past, and it's still there. So the action hasn't been completed because I am still thinking of going for a walk. I may change my mind when I finish this lesson and not go for that walk at all, but that doesn't change the structure of my sentence because I was indeed thinking of going out for a walk. The way we compose a sentence in past continuous is subject plus auxiliary be plus present participle, word plus ing. The verb to be as an auxiliary has to be conjugated in past tense, namely was or were, because otherwise you would be speaking in present continuous, right? You can get a little refresher right here in this video. If you think about it, the structure of the past continuous is ironically simpler than the past simple, because you just have to think of those three components: emphasis on the ing after the verb that actually expresses your intended action. On the other hand, from a context perspective, I would say this tense is pretty useful when you're trying to tell a personal anecdote, or at least that is something that always helps me remember how to use the past continuous, because I relate it in my mind to the word estaba. I was listening to an audiobook while I was preparing tomorrow's lunch. Then I noticed there was no basil left, so I paused the cooking and ran to the grocery store to get some more. As we mentioned before, you can start journaling if you want to practice your past tenses. Retell what you did yesterday to your close ones, or even start building those personal anecdotes to those that are not so close to you. We have more verbal tenses that we still have to dig into, and many more things to learn every day. But for now, let's process everything we've learned and enjoy the whole process. If you have any questions, do not hesitate to write them down in the comments. And of course, subscribe and hit the bell to get notified of more learning chats. See you soon!